Okay, we are good for launch.
Okay. So guys, I'd like to welcome you all to this opportunity call of Manifest. This is our last call, guys, of 2023. Very, very excited we all are for what lies ahead. And tonight's presenter is going to be Mr. Robert M. Burns from America, folks. Robert is in the industry over 30 years plus. He's big into networking, an excellent team builder. You're going to see what presenter he's like. He's going to give it his all. He's going to give it fire, guys. He's big into crypto. Incredible leader. Folks, I could talk about Robert for the next 5 or 10 minutes, but you guys are all here for the presentation. So I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Robert Burns.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that very much. Very excited about what we have to show you today because, this time of year, people often are making resolutions to figure out what's the coming year going to look like. What things do you want to change? What things do you want to add? What things do you want to get rid of? What goals do you have? And what better time to engage in something that can change just a whole lot of things in your life, not the least of which is your financial picture. And if you have the opportunity to change that financial picture in a positive way, what a cool deal. What a cool deal that is. And really we have that. So what we're going to cover today is we're going to get into passive trading, what that means, manual trading, what that means, how particularly with the manual trading, how that will dramatically impact education and learning and all kinds of personal growth. But the key things here, just to keep this very, very straightforward, there's two basic ways that we earn money. Whoop, give me just 1 second, guys. We'll get that.
Robert, are you screen sharing?
I'm not, and I appreciate you reminding me. Thank you. See? You mean you guys weren't getting all that by osmosis? Okay, there we go. Let me one other thing here that will get that squared away. Okay. So passive trading and manual trading, what's the difference? Passive trading is where you have somebody that has a EA or a robot or a manual trader who's a very competent trader. They're making trades happen, and those trades get passed through to you into your account. So you have a one-time thing that you need to do to get that working, which is to set up your own account, fund that account, and then the trading happens, and it literally is as passive as it gets. You don't have to have any expertise whatsoever other than just, setting up an account, which is very straightforward with the brokerage. So we'll get into that in a little bit. Manual trading is an active sport. This is where you can do something to completely, over time, learn how to control your own financial destiny. And it literally, I mean, if you really engage in this and you're willing to do the work and put in the work, you can completely change your trajectory in terms of your own income and your own independence from anybody else. And again, the outcropping of that, of course, is education and personal growth. Now, before we get kicked into the meat of the matter, this is something that is a really special thing, and it's a one-off deal. I don't think you're going to see this again. I have that from pretty good sources. Right now, you can become a customer for $20, and then 30 days from now, if you became a customer today, that normal price would kick back in, which is $99. If you also want to be an IBO, which is another word, independent business owner or affiliate, you just add $20 on the front. So it's $40. It's a platinum customer, an IBO, that's $40. And then that will go back to the normal pricing of $119 in 30 days from now. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm here in the Seattle, Washington area in the lovely Pacific Northwest. Well, maybe not so lovely this time of year, but my friends in the UK, apparently you guys have similar weather to us. And, we have 12 nice days a year here. Not ever sure which 12 they'll be. I'm 65 years old. I'm married to a lovely woman named Anna. She and her daughter came from Romania 20-ish years ago. We've been married for most of those years. And my son and I, he was here before they were here. He's now in Montana. I love to fly fish and play bass guitar for fun. And on my professional resume, mainly are things that involve earning money through different instruments, Forex, real estate, crypto, and so forth. Been involved with lots of different things from a marketing standpoint. Um, Started my career actually late 80s, early 90s. So I've been doing this type of business a long while. And internet marketing and team building have been central to what I've done. Trading is newish for me, even though I've been at it for a long while. It was kind of hit and miss, and I would kind of dabble with it. But I've gotten a lot more serious over the last 2 years, and no big surprise. Things start to improve when you do take it seriously. I want to show you this because it's important anytime we're discussing trading, because I can make you rich in a hurry with a spreadsheet, but it's important to keep things real. Trading is risky. Your results will vary and are not guaranteed. This information is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice or a solicitation to invest. Trading Forex indices, metals, and other instruments is at the full discretion of the users, and users are fully and solely responsible for their own trading results. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your initial investment and therefore should evaluate your own risk tolerance before trading and only trade with money you can afford to lose. Any links in my post may contain affiliate referral links and may generate a reward for the referrer. And here's the punchline, the bottom line: never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. Never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. It's very, very important to heed that advice. Now that the attorneys are happy and the regulators are hopefully at ease, this is a product that is so exciting. This is the passive product called Supercharged. What this means is you put money into a trading account, a Forex brokerage account that we have a specific one that the person that invited you here can give you the details of that. You get set up with that account and you fund it, and then the trades start coming in, and no hands. You're basically good to go, and then that money continues to come in week by week, month to month, and so forth. Will there be losses from time to time? Yes, it's real trading. Any of the things that tell you they're going to give you 1% a day like clockwork with no variance, run fast the other direction. You're about to get a haircut financially. This is real trading. This is not the phony stuff. Here's an example of why I can say that. These are the trading results since 2018, April of 2018. So April 2024 will be 6 years that this EA has been running. And what you'll notice here is that there's 7.93% monthly return. I represent to people 4 to 6% because I like to underrepresent and overdeliver. And then, when they discover it's a bit more than that, they're smiling. I don't have any egg on my shirt. Recently, I don't even want to tell you the numbers it's been getting recently. They've been absolutely off the chart, ridiculously good. But I'd rather tell you 4 to 6, and then when you happily discover that I was lying to you and they're higher than that, we're good. This metric, this report card tool is called my FX book. If you're familiar with Forex, you've seen this before. If you're new to Forex, this may be a new thing to you, but literally it's one of the mechanisms that people use to measure performance of accounts. A couple things to draw your attention to. It says the word real right there. That means what it sounds like. It's a real account. It's verified at that broker. The company that we're trading with now is a different broker, but this has been running for this period of time and is still running. And you see this week what it did. This month, by the way, is not a great month to trade. December, a lot of traders take the month off, but it still made some money this month. It made 3.69%. This was as of December 21st. So again, a lot to like here. This is something that's passive, and it may be all that you're interested in is this. Cool. We love that. If, however, you want to roll up your sleeves and kind of take the bull by the horns, that's where some of this other information that I'll show you now comes into play. I want to draw your attention to two people here. One is a fellow named Mohammed Khan. Mohammed is a trader that trades in a style which is same day intraday, within the day trading, meaning he'll enter a trade, he'll send a signal rather, and you take that signal and you're often out within an hour. Sometimes more, sometimes less. But it's very rare that he goes beyond 1 day. This fellow right here, Reynaldo is a classic swing trader, and he's trading often multiple days and sometimes maybe even a week with the same trade. He doesn't send as many trades in his signal group, but they're really, really good, high strike rate, like 90%-ish in that neighborhood. This young man is getting something approaching that, but it's a much higher frequency of trades. And I'll show you some examples now of the, well, first of all, I'll show you the results from Mohammed. These are remarkable. This was from September 4th until the 29th. He had 4,150 pips. Here is in October, 9,573 pips, a 74% strike rate, 72% in that period in September, which are, if you just look at these numbers right here, and you kept a tight stop, meaning under 1%, and your wins were 2% or better, take every trade. You're going to lose a quarter of the time. You're going to win 3/4 of the time, and you're going to be profitable. Simple as that. This over here is December 11th to the 15th. This is 4,428 pips. He's improved his strike rate at 79%, which is all the more remarkable, being that it's December. You know, in a 4-day period, he made 4,428 pips. I mean, this guy is on fire. It's just remarkably good results. This is what a signal looks like. Now, what are signals? There's learning how to trade, and then there's learning how to trade with training wheels, is what I call this. What's training wheels? Remember when you were a little guy or little gal and your parents got you that bicycle and you had the training wheels on the side so you wouldn't fall over when you were riding the bike, right? That's what this is. This is the ability to have the entry already defined because the trader is already paid their dues. They're good at what they're doing, as you saw from the results I just showed you. They give you the entry, the stop loss, and where you should take profits. Do they always get it right? Nope. About a quarter of the time, they don't. But 3/4 of the time, in the case of this particular trader, they do. And if you understand how to mitigate your risk and how to cut your losses short, you can be wildly profitable with these strategies. That's exciting. Now, over time, how does this work? You start looking at the charts when these trades come in. You start going, hey, I wonder why he entered right there. What was it about that particular entry that made that compelling to send out a signal? Now you're starting to get into that zone of the training wheels. You know, you're up on that main tire now. You're not on the training wheels as much. You're starting to look at it and go, you know, I think I could ride this bike. Remember those days when you rode the bike and you knew you were balanced and you were riding along and you're no longer, you know, riding on the training wheels? This is that in trading. This is one of 3 instruments that this gentleman trades. This is, again, let me get there. Mohammed right here. He trades the gold pair, the S&P 500, and the US 30, and then a smattering of other instruments. This was gold right here. This was a trade that he took on gold. Here is a trade on the S&P 500. These are very, very volatile, very robust instruments, and hence why he can make the kind of results that he's making, because he is very adept at trading and he is a really good trader. The other thing that's just, I mean, you know, it just goes to show you, you get somebody that's motivated. This fella is from Norway, Mohammed Khan. He is in the country of Poland studying to become a doctor. He's going to medical school and he trades in his spare time. I mean, let that sink in. He's been trading for 6 years, but this is a motivated young man. And, you know, when you see his results, I am so excited that not only can you take his signals, but you can also study with him and attend classes that he gives on his trading techniques. Same thing with Reynaldo, same thing with our crypto mentor, Lee Markham. We've got some real talent, and just that is worth the price of entry. Just that. literally just attending the classes, the signals. It's awesome. You also get the passive if you're in a country that will allow that. I happen to be in a country that does not, by the way. So if you're from the US, sorry in advance, we can't participate in the PAM account, but you can participate in all the other stuff. So you have to check with the country you're in to make sure that that is in fact okay. Now, what I want to introduce right now, who I want to introduce, is a fellow that I didn't know. In February, we'll have known each other for 1 year. And I feel like this guy is a brother from another mother. He is absolutely one of the best networkers I know. He has, I mean, this is the crazy part. He's only been trading a year, really. And he is absolutely crushing it. He's got a trading style that is absolutely excellent. It's a breakout trading style. He and I are doing a trading room Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays for our team. And, that's something that we're very excited about because it augments the value of what our friends at Manifest do. It's just an additional value add. I think, again, that what we do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we do 2-hour sessions each day, half an hour before the New York equity markets open. That by itself is worth the price of entry. It really is. So you combine all this stuff together, we've got a very good offering here. So I want to introduce you to my colleague in Ireland. We have met one another in person. I've had clam chowder in Ireland. I can actually say that. So here he is, Mr. Robert Russell.
Robert, thank you very, very much. A great introduction. And guys, a great turnout for a Saturday night. And we do appreciate just taking your time out. I'll just go a little bit about myself, and then we'll kind of talk a little bit about what we do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a little bit about my journey and Manifest so far, folks. So already you know my name. I'm with my partner, Karina, over 7 or 8 years. We're engaged to be married next year. I have 2 boys, Mason and Jaden. Fun, guys. We all got to have fun on the side. I like to do golf, fishing, walking, loads of other stuff. To me now, probably one of my main hobbies is Forex trading. I just love it. It's like a hobby to me. I just spend most of the time on the screens, but I love doing a bit of walking, fishing on the sides. My profession, folks, I'm in crypto since 2017. I've only got into Forex about a year ago, maybe 12, 13 months. I love internet marketing, team building, network marketing, doing all this kind of stuff. And the bottom one, folks, this is where my 110% focus is the Forex educator. This is what we do on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for our team. Live calls, folks, on the live sessions, the New York Open. Also on a Tuesday night, we do Forex trading. On TradingView, it's all the same stuff, but it actually is in live. Folks, since I've joined Manifest, I'm in now, I think it's just over 2.5 months. I was a good trader before I joined Manifest. I definitely was. But since I joined Manifest, it's the education inside, folks. And what I was taught, the mindset, the psychology to trading. I thought trading was just trading. You looked at the charts and that's what it was all about. When I didn't understand what I keep hearing, it's the 6 inches between your 2 ears, okay? It's your risk management. It's your stop loss. One thing I always say now a lot is a good loser to me is a winner. Like if I close the trade and a loss, I turn around and go, that's a good winner. And the most important thing that I've learned in trading, once you take a loser, detach these emotions to that trade automatically and move on to your next trade. The one thing I've learned, if I do have, let's say we all have a bad day, and you're feeling the emotions after the trade and you're looking to enter another trade, folks, close the phone down, close the laptop down until you detach these emotions belong to the last trade. Don't do it, guys. That's just don't do it. What's our trading all about? Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, folks, okay? Robert says there, it's a breakout strategy. I normally, my baby is the DAX, but on these calls, we do the Euro versus the USD. We do the USD versus the JPY. Folks, it's all a bit basics, it's people can come in that's very new. I will break it down that beginners will understand what I mean, like support and resistance lines, trend lines, pivots, the fair value gap. Folks, on our calls, I'm not blowing this up. We did 8 days, I think 8 or 9 days before Christmas of trading. Folks, we only had one losing day. just the one losing day. And that was a small loss. And we all looked at that loss as a winner because we cut that loser short. We didn't let it run. That's so important. And on these calls, folks, I'm there doing the live trading calls. Mr. Robert Burns is going to be coming in at the end of January, early February, and he's going to be doing his strategy as well. And I cannot wait because Robert is a talented trader in the background. He has his own trading pairs. So he does the technical side, which to me, it's the most important part in trading. You have MT4, MT5, trading view. Most important, your position size calculator. This is all to do with risk management. Folks, you could be the best trader in the world, but if you haven't got the proper risk management, to me, you're going to struggle. And on these calls, this is what Robert teaches on the side. Like most days, the market's not going to give us what we want, but on them days, Robert comes in, Mr. Burns, and gives the value on the other side of the education that you come off the call and you go, wow, that was incredible, folks. And this is on 3 days a week. We will start again on Wednesday, the 3rd of January. The markets does open up on Tuesday, but we'll let it settle a day, and then we'll come on Wednesday and Thursday. And guys, I'm looking forward to that. I really am. And 2024 is going to be life-changing. Back over to you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. And you know that what's so cool about this time of year, you know, December is one of the worst months to trade just because the markets, you know, they lack liquidity and so forth. But what is the cool part? We're coming up on the best time of the year. January, February, March, April are some of the most profitable months for most traders because they took a month off and they want to make up, you know, for lost ground. And so they come back and the markets have huge volatility, huge volume, huge liquidity. So your timing, if you're getting into this, is really good right now. I want to show you just, this is I don't have a shares in this author's books, but I'm just so fond of his stuff. If you're new to trading, this is on Amazon. You can get the book, the paperback, you can get the Kindle, you can get the Audible, so you can listen to it wherever, you know, out walking or driving or doing whatever you're doing. This is a really good book on trading psychology. The fellow that created it is a world-class trader by anybody's measure. He's a high-stakes trader, and he worked for Wall Street firms. He's won multiple trading competitions. It's just, he's a wealth of knowledge, and the book is very well reviewed. So if you're new to trading, this is a really good thing to read because it will get your brain around the idea that losing actually is a part of the game. This guy is as good as they come. He has regular losses. Let that sink in. He has regular losses. That means that the very best in the business has losses. So don't get lost. Don't allow losses to get in your way. Certainly don't make the mistake I made when I was newish, you know, in trading, which was allowing losses to eat me alive. I'd make good profits and I'd give them all back. Well, that's not too bright. You know, don't do that. Don't do what I did. Have the wisdom to learn from, you know, mistakes that people like me made, and you don't have to make them yourselves. You know, that's the value of education, to help you have the wisdom without having to pay the price yourself. Okay, so our normal price on the package that I'm going to show you in just a second is $149 to start, and then $99 monthly. Okay. To become an IBO, just add $20 to this number. So it's normally $169 and $119 a month to be a customer and an IBO also. Right now, you get this for $20 or $40 if you want to be a customer and an IBO. So $20 for a customer, a platinum customer, and then $99 30 days from now if you signed up today. $40 if you want to be a customer and an IBO, and then $119 30 days from today. Take advantage of this. If you're seriously considering this, save yourself some money. You get 30 days to be a customer for $20. I mean, you can't go to even a bad restaurant for $20 around the Seattle area, you know, with your significant other. I mean, it's not a lot of money to kick the tires here. The other thing that's cool is you're going to discover that there's a lot of other stuff here. In the interest of time and just trying to keep things focused, we don't go over all this stuff, but we've got crypto stuff that is excellent, stocks, wealth management, e-commerce, real estate, travel portal that can save you money on travel, personal development, health and well-being, mindfulness, all kinds of goodies that are under the hood that you'll discover, and you get these on the announcement. So if it's something that tickles your fancy, you can tune into it and enjoy the additional benefit that is offered from the company. Now, I just want to show you how we get paid here, and then we'll bring this in for a landing and have a Q&A at the end. As always, I want to make sure that there's a good risk disclaimer here, earnings and business disclaimer. Take a screenshot of this if you would, please, and that will, again, make sure that we're being highly compliant in our presentation. But basically, what this is saying is your results may vary and will be based upon your individual capacity, business experience, expertise, and level of desire. And that varies from person to person a great deal. Okay, that out of the way. Job one in the comp plan is to go get 3 customers. When you do that, your membership then is free from that point on. As long as those customers are active, your membership is free. If one of them drops off, you need to get another customer to have your membership free again. Now, the next step is, and that's called a founder. A founder 500 is you have 10 on your left and 10 on your right. What does that mean? 10 people on each side. It's a compensation structure called a binary, and I don't want to get into too much technical stuff here and be over people's heads that haven't seen this kind of business before. But let's just say 20 people, 10 on the left and 10 on the right. Do those 20 all have to be your personal people? No. Can other people above you provide some of those folks underneath you? Yes. Depending on where you are in the organization, may you have spillover from your upline? Yes. And the beauty is that we're seeing this happen. Robert and I both, into January, we have hit this rank officially. And then as the numbers turn back to the $99, so we have just created an income, each of us, of $500 a month passively. Now, was building it passive? No, you have to work. I know that comes as a shock, but if somebody's going to hand you $500 a month, you have to do a little work to get it, but it's worth it. See, because here's the next increment in the next rung on the ladder. And having done this for a long while, I can tell you with certainty, these numbers are not astronomically high numbers. 35 probably will happen for Robert or me or both of us this coming month. One of us will probably do this. Then we're at $1,500 a month. And at what point it starts to take on a life of its own. This kind of business is like getting a jet in the air. You got to put a lot of fuel into the jet to get it into the air. But once it's in the air, it tends to require a lot less fuel, a lot less energy, and it takes on a life of its own. You get a few good leaders and they can put you on the map in a hurry. And as you see, these numbers, can continuously get better and better and better as you go. So there is the ability to make quite a bit of money. There also are really nice incentive trips that are being offered. Here's one to the Maldives. I never know how to pronounce that. Maldives. I think it's Maldives. So pardon me if I'm butchering the pronunciation there, but this is a trip that is being offered right now. We were a little late to the party to get to Visionary 10 in the period of time necessary to get this done this year. But next year, I'm planning on being on this trip, and I know I can speak for Robert on that. I like that cabin right back over there. I think that one would suit me just fine, and look forward to that and bringing my spouse along, which means I've got to be Visionary 25. What does that mean? Let's see what that means. That means I'm earning $25K monthly. Well, I could live with that. That would work. Yep. I'd like that a lot. I'm fishing more than I would be right now. So that would suit me just fine. Here's the guy who created this whole thing. This young man, he's in his early 30s. He is how else to put it? A rags to riches story. He has been somebody that has really had wild success and done so in a very short period of time. He's been the founder of multiple companies in the fintech world. He's been featured in Forbes and Bloomberg and GQ, and he's somebody I've not met yet, but I look forward to that time when we do meet. And actually, that will probably be on Zoom next month because there are going to be some meetings. Robert's going over to attend that in London, and I will be there via Zoom. This is one of the key things when you're building a business is having really good support in place. In other words, where that support doesn't fall on your shoulders as the affiliate, as the IBO, it's in place. I mean, some of it does, but you don't want to have all of that burden yourself. And there's a very good staff with Manifest that handles that work and handles that support role that is really, really good. One of the best I've worked with. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring this in for a landing as far as the stream, and then we will get into a Q&A. So give me